G'day, Jimmy. How are you?
Hey, very good, mate. How are you?
Big shout out first of all to Dino at
Liberty Finance.
Windang Road, Windang.
It's a good
shout
start.
out there, Dino. But the second shout out before we start goes to a good friend of the show and a champion Derby County fan.
Ah, yes.
The president of the fraternity club. A shout out to Mick Cooter. Mick, you must be cheering today. He's a massive Derby County fan. We'll talk about that in a sec. Bert Bampton Cup results last night, Jimmy. Some interesting results. Port Kembla 4, Albion Park White Eagles 0. They're gone in both, I think it was 4-1 in youth grade as well. So so they've lost both. So well done to Port.
Yep.
Helensburgh Thistle 3, Corrimal 3.
Wow.
And then 5-6 on penalties. So
Pushed them
Corrimal
right
through.
to the edge. Yeah, Corrimal moved through. That's crazy. Looking ahead to Sunday's Bert Bampton, of course, Wollongong Olympic taking on the Climac Warriors at PCYC. And Fernhill Foxes taking on the Woonona Sharks out there at Ray Robinson Oval. Kickoffs for those is 2:30 p.m.
According to Indaly, I don't know who Indaly is, but according to them, Eugene Galakovic could be lured back to Adelaide United as a goalkeeping coach after deciding to hang up his boots. Galakovic's decision is pending. Pretty much knew that was the case about a couple of weeks ago, but anyway.
Yes, also on Hyundai A-League.
Big
Macarthur
news.
South West Sydney there. They
massive.
revealed their colours and their club badge yesterday. So they'll play under the title Macarthur FC with black, white, gold and gold colours with a bull on the crest.
Look, I know in the comments below, give us your thoughts on... I'm a bit iffy about the stars on the badge. Stars on football badges normally represent winning titles. So in the description below, give us your comments on what you think about the actual badge and colours. I think they're going to be black and white like Juventus or Newcastle, however you want to look at it.
Okay. Over to Western United now. So they've made another signing.
Wow.
Western Sydney Wanderers captain Brendan Hamill has now joined the ranks. The club has signed a great number of players over the past 2 weeks. The likes of former Scottish Socceroo, Scott McDonald, and Turkish international.
Scottish is Australian.
No, I changed it. I said Scottish. And Turkish international Ulsum Gulum. Ersin Gulum. Leave me alone.
Listen, A-League news is huge. The grand final on Sunday, it looks like it's going to be a sellout. This is crazy. Tickets are getting lower and lower. As reported by the Sydney Morning Herald, there are less than 10,000 grand final tickets left out of the 60,000. So
crazy. It's
going to break a record. I think the grand final record for Perth is 43,000 when the Wolves done them over in 2000. That was the 99-2000 season.
Okay.
The grand final records are around 53 or 54, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
For the one of the victory ones, I think
it was Adelaide as well. Adelaide. Yeah. So the record could be broken, and with FFA, they're currently looking at trying to put in some seats around the ground, but they're having a lot of rebuttal from the AFL to try and keep the ground as pristine as possible.
Okay, let's talk women's football now. Jimmy, how many days until we kick off the World Cup game?
I believe there's 22 days until the Matildas play.
Beautiful, against Italy. 9 p.m. on a Sunday. It's a great time. We get a chance to report on, obviously, the fact that the Matildas coach, Ante Milicic, has actually been also announced at that function.
Yep.
We had a little bit of an insight from a good friend of mine who contacted me and was at the function. Who said it was over 600 people at that function, and they announced the head coach, Ante Milicic, for the Macarthur FC. So he's going to basically see the Matildas through to 2020 Olympics in Tokyo before commencing the A-League contract.
Wow.
So well done to Ante for signing on there.
Okay. As reported by Omnisport International News now, Ajax, they've secured the Eredivisie title with a 4-1 win over
The Gruff Shop.
The Gruff Shop. Okay,
The Gruff Shop's actually got relegated too, so
really?
poor the Gruff Shop.
Oh, that's no good. Yeah. So Frankie de Jong made his last appearance with the club, switching over to Barcelona for a £75 million transfer fee.
Geez, Frankie de Jong, Antoine Griezmann is reported or not?
There's actually...
Wait, keep going. Click.
Yeah.
Sometime today. Leeds United. What's the song?
Leeds are falling apart again.
They're gone. If any Leeds supporters out there, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm really sorry, but Derby County 4 at Leeds 2.
Yes.
4-3 on aggregate. Stunning scenes after the end of the match. 2 red cards in the match. Unbelievable. Leeds player Berardi, red card in the 78th. And then Derby Scott Malone handed the red in the 90th. It's sort of like an all-Chelsea final.
Yeah.
At Wembley.
Yeah.
Frank Lampard versus John Terry. Well, John Terry's an assistant coach, isn't he?
Yeah.
Frankie's the real coach.
I think it's great though.
He's actually a West Ham boy.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I think it's great because you're a big person on karma.
Yeah.
You know, Leeds mid-season they got caught spying on teams. Lampard outed them, and then they decided to reveal all of Derby's tactics.
You got it right.
Yeah, and then they knock them out of the playoff.
Well, there you go.
Playoff. So, how good is that?
So it's a nervous Jimmy sitting next to me. He believes that Derby are the form team. One could argue that they're both form teams. They're in Wembley. Mm. It will be the nervous Wembley visit. What day is it? Sunday morning?
Sunday. It's like midnight.
All right,
Sunday. Fingers
crossed. The French and German leagues have signalled the opposal to changes in the UEFA Champions League. Interesting.
Okay. The European Club Association are considering expanding the number of group stages to be played in the league. The alterations were met with a statement back in April that revealed an opposition of 20 unanimous clubs in the Premier League.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
Well, that's a pretty busy news blast for today. Considering, we only had a couple of games this morning around the world. So,
just on that Antoine Griezmann thing.
Yes. What happened?
A former coach of Barcelona doesn't know exactly where he'd fit in, so he doesn't see a point in bringing Griezmann to Barcelona. That was the.
Right, maybe he's coming to West Ham, mate.
Oh yeah, righto. Yeah, okay.
Look out for the West Ham news. There's plenty coming. All right, that's it for today. Go and visit in the description below. Dino's got a link there. Click the link to go and book an appointment with Dino at Liberty Finance, Windang Road, Windang. And thanks for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Ciao. I need a home loan stat!
My finance sensors are tingling. Time to jump to a better deal. If you're having trouble getting a loan, self-employed, servicing issues, credit issues, SMSF or low doc loans, the place to go where the banks say no is here. Liberty Finance, Windang Road, Windang. It's time to jump to a better deal!
This has been a Podular Media production.